Whale tracker alert, XRP time. ETF, XRP leading the way. As the fatherland is not happy, MiCA compliance with stable coins. Yeah, we'll talk about it, along with BTC.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Was ist los? It's red on the screen, but green in my background because I want the Easter rally. XRP whales, ETF action, and more. And yes, the fatherland is not happy. And when the fatherland is not happy, the Führer is not happy either. Stablecoin action. But before we get into that, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it. Beginning of the next video. Kenny G XRP, love the name by the way, dropping support on the channel. Thank you, sir. Says appreciation for keeping it effing real, Santa Claus. Well, this week I'm the motherfucking Easter bunny. No, I'm not. I'm just Santa Claus. I wish I was the Easter bunny. What else do I got for you? KUKF says, hey, more support. Thank you. Let's make it a better world. Thank you, Klaus. Great work. From a Mexican Canadian American. We might as well just call you NAFTA, my guy. Love it. Schooner 67, why not change it to 69? Just add 2. Says, don't spend any time justifying the nuts and mama basement dwellers. Your content or the money you earn from it. I'm happy with the money I earn from the channel. It allows me time to spend with my dogs. I'm a happy guy. Truly appreciate your content, the heart behind it, for your community and the education you provide. Many blessings. I love spending time with you. There is something I get outside of money, something I enjoy, bringing you the news every day, interacting with you. I've met several of you outside of the channel. It's freaking awesome. How do you put a price tag on that? I know what I can put a price tag on. Bitcoin sitting at 84,058, ETH is 1612, XP at 212, while BNB's at 583, Sol's at 128, while it is at 62 cents. XM a little in the green right now at 23 cents, while HBAR's at what, everyone? 15.9. Only 11 stablecoin issuers survived MiCA's first 100 days. Well, guess what? One more got axed, and yes, the fatherland said 9. And the Führer said 9. German regulator orders stablecoin issuer Athena to cease operations. Uh-oh. Germany's financial watchdog has made its first major enforcement move a la Gary Gensler. The decision comes a broader push to impose tighter oversight on crypto firms across the bloc. The Federal Financial Supervisory Authority, otherwise known as the Fatherland's right arm, issued the order on Monday, instructing Athena GmbH to cease all authorized business activities and settle its outstanding observations. BaFin had already identified what it called serious deficiencies by Reuters in Athena's organizational setup and compliance. Basically, look, MiCA is saying, you didn't cut the mustard, dude. You didn't pass. You didn't pass the test. So it's not like we're seeing a lot of like shenanigans. We're seeing regs take effect, and we're seeing, even as these regs take effect, taking months and months and months to find out that some people are just naughty out there. CyberKongs celebrates SEC investigation closure, offering hope for Web3 gaming industry. Well, I'm going to share with you a nugget of fucking news. There is no hope for Web3 gaming. Web3 gaming sucks balls. The gaming industry sucks so much balls that I outfitted my family with this. Not this specific one, but a fantastic N64. We got the blue one. And I got it with the HDMI conversion. I also got myself a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo. Yep, that's right. Why? Because gaming now sucks ass. So adding microtransactions on the blockchain isn't going to make these games any better. They freaking suck. Remember when Cyberpunk was launched? How glitchy that was? And now our Switch 2 is going to have $80 to $100 games? Let's add blockchain to make it better. Suck my balls. Web3 gaming sucks ass. The SEC removing its investigation is going to make it better? Blow me. Unknown whale deposits $29 million. I'm not going to get deeper into the story because I want to get deeper into this ETF thing, because that's where the juicy news is. But I'm going to have this whale tracker stuff linked down below so that any of you that are on Twitter in DGen World want to follow this whale alert, I'll have this one linked down there so you can follow it. Essentially, this one goes through some of Ripple's movements of money, so you can track their wallets as well, so that you can be informed if Ripple is moving some money, if they're dipping, or if they're moving, or if there's some ODL stuff going on. It's linked down there so you can do it yourself. But this is what I want to get into. XRP leads in new ETF applications ahead of the SEC's deadlines. Check this out. Look at this, 10 of them. Next in line, Solana with 5, Litecoin with 3, Doge with 3, HBAR with 2. Interesting. Why? XRP has a huge community, huge trading volume, domestically and internationally, along with what? Institutionally. There is a huge demand for XRP. And I've been very public about this, that I think one of the biggest hopes that XRP has for juicy price action is ETFs. In fact, of, I believe, the 17 that I've looked into so far, 3 of them are going to be buying through the exchanges. That means they would be buying like you and I would to supply their coffers, which is great because that's supply and demand. No OTC bullshit buying. According to Kaiko, both XRP and Solana are likely candidates for approval. This is because both assets have a highly liquid spot market. That's good. I told you. One of the things that XRP has what going for itself? It's volume. Even on a down day, XRP's volume is $2.8 billion. I told you. What do I say at the beginning of videos? Hot, spicy, naughty, or relevant? Well, hot, spicy, relevant, crypto, volume, there you go. That's why players want to play. This is because both assets have a highly liquid spot market, which the US SEC exchange will take into account when processing applications. XRP and Solana have the highest 1% market depth, which is the measure of near the price liquidity. XRP and SOL stand out as 2 of the most popular assets for ETF applications. They're also the most liquid. A highly liquid spot market is important for creating efficient structured products. There you go. So it's important to follow the volume of these players out there. I know. Some of you out there are like, bro, why do you add the stats like that? I'm showing you. This is exactly why I bring up volume. This is exactly why I'm saying, hey, you know what? We're starting to get to this, or we're starting to go to that level, or hey, check out that we're doing that. And that's why I show you the comparisons too. So that you can see that, yes, there's a reason that I know it. Price, maybe not the super most exciting, but if volume stays relevant, people want to play in your backyard. 10 people want to play in XRP's backyard. And if a few of them want to play in that backyard and buy through the exchanges, that benefits us. If you're a Cardano fan, look, there's only one ETF application. You don't have high odds of that one application buying through the exchange, do you? Because most of the shit goes OTC. So the more you have, the better odds you have of it benefiting you, me, which is retail. Let's keep learning. What's more, trading volume is mostly concentrated outside the United States. However, the domestic share in trading volume has significantly improved in XRP since its delisting from exchanges in 2021. So basically what they're saying is there's definitely a correlation, right? In contrast, Solana, the share of domestic volume has consistently declined. We also saw that since the FTX time. The SEC looks at all this stuff when they go to approve these things. This is very important. All these metrics, super important. It's all linked down below. Overall crypto market volume starting to go down. I know. Klaus, it's Easter week. You're right, it is Easter week, but I still bring you the news 3 times a day, don't I? Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. This is totally relevant. I'm bringing it to you. Right now, totally BTC dominant. Basically, this 15 out of 100 right here tells us that what? BTC is stronger right now than the rest of the crypto market. BTC might be going down 0.5%. The rest of the market goes down a couple percentage points. BTC goes up 5%. The rest of the market maybe goes up 1 or 2%. That's what that means right here. Overall, you can kind of see where we're at in terms of market cap. We got the little double bottom Aroni right here action. All right, 4.7, 4.9. Hopefully we stay north of that. It'd be nice. But you can tell we're having a little bit of struggle Aroni. Specifically, XRP price-wise, look at the little double top that we had here today. Nothing too juicy. I know, rejection at 218. We talked about it earlier today. But the key is the volume. And the key is not only volume domestically, volume abroad. Speaking of volume domestically, I'll give you an example. Coinbase, right? The XRP USD pairing, 173 million. Think of how big the United States is population-wise versus Korea. The Korean won pairing has 247 million in volume. Holy crap. So think of that small population compared to that massive amount of volume. They love their XRP over there. Yeah, volume is important. With volume comes relevance, and with relevance comes ETF applications. When ETF applications happen, some of them will buy on exchanges, and the ones that buy on exchanges help us with the price. And XRP has shown that through cases with the SEC, through BS FUD News, XRP $40,000 buyback, XRP Elon Musk buying by Friday, still staying resilient amongst the top 5, top 10, holding it down. Web3 gaming has a chance because the SEC backed off on them. CyberKong celebrates. Dude, shut up. I got my fantastic N64, baby. So there you go. I went a whole video without saying yeah. Awesome, isn't it, though, to see how volume shows relevancy? And relevancy, it's players wanting to play in your backyard. And in the financial world, that's freaking awesome. And what I like to see is that visual, that chart that I shared with you. How dramatic it shows you. XRP with the 10, ADA Cardano with the single 1. What you gonna do with that? Right? I mean, come on now, Booble. 1 to 10, that shows you the market popularity. What's hot? And let's be real here. The majority of that action comes from the retail support of XRP. I've showed you the institutional buying. It's not that much. The institutional reports regards to XRP are very, very, very minor. A lot of it comes from the retail support. There's a lot of support over in the Eastern markets as well. And what's awesome about that is we've seen the support has been resilient. Compare XRP to pretty much any other crypto out there since the Trump era, right? The Trump election win era, and you could see how much better it's performed. So now you've got the price holding up better than most. You got the volume holding up. I think that's pretty good. So in a world filled with trade wars, we're doing pretty good over here. No, I know. You're like, but bro, it could be so much better. Well, I got the green lights on in the background, okay? That's what I'm trying to do to rally the action, right? I got the green rally lights on. Maybe you should put your green rally lights on. So Christmas Klaus, who's going to be talking to the Easter Bunny, signing out saying, choo-choo, bitches. Were you just watching a blank screen this whole time?